Hi again, it's Michelle with Usborne Books and More, and right now I want to show you some books for your preschooler or your early elementary age child. I actually have a ton of these because that is the age of my kids, so hopefully this won't take too long. First, I just want to show you some beginner books. Here's just a few examples of them. We have a reptile page, a cat page, a dog, book. We have a reptile book, cat's book, and dog's book. The really neat thing about these is that there's tons of information in them. I actually learned quite a bit reading them. So it just tells you all kinds of different things about dogs, like puppies, sniffing around, different things that they can do. And they are $4.99 each. We actually have a ton of these beginner books. If you look here, these are all beginner books. And these are beginner books. There's titles like volcanoes, hurricanes and storms, bees and wasps, castles, night animals, planet Earth, solar system, dinosaurs. So if your child's really into a certain animal or they have something that they're really interested in, maybe perhaps they're interested in firefighters, we have a book for that. And they're only $4.99. So I really like those. This one is called the Pullback Busy Bug Book. And you can see it comes with a bug. We also have a busy car book, a busy train book, and a busy Santa book. So as you can see, there's a story on each page, and there's also a track for your little bug to travel on. So I'm gonna move this down so that you can see it work. So I'm just gonna pull it back. Now this one's a little bit older. We've actually had this for 3 or 4 years. So let's see, here we go. Come on. Oh, sorry. Its wheel got turned in there. Let's try this again. There we go. Now we're working. So, those I think are so cute. Like I said, this is kind of older, so our bug is not as effective as it was when we first got it. But the really nice thing about Usborne is that we would actually be able to order just a new bug if we wanted to. So, this is $24.99, which is the same price of the other busy books that I had just mentioned. These books are so cute. The next ones I want to show you, they're both by Michelle Nelson Schmidt. This one, it might be my new favorite book. It is called Jonathan James and the What If Monster. And I think that it's a great book for all ages. I think that adults sometimes need this reminder. But throughout the book, it talks about how he wanted to do all these different things, but he's worried. What if he falls? What if the kids make fun of him? What if when he makes a painting, it's not pretty? What if? Well, then towards the end, he thinks, but what if it's great? What if everyone cheers? What if I make my very best friend by meeting that person I was afraid to say hi to? So I think it's super applicable. I think it's adorable. It is $6.99. The next one I want to show you, it's so cute. It's called Bob is a Unicorn. And throughout the book, he's talking to his friends about how he's a unicorn, and they don't believe him. They're looking at him, they don't see it. So eventually he meets this very beautiful fairy who tells him, wow, you, Bob, are the most beautiful unicorn I have ever seen. And then when we get to the end, we see what they really are. This fairy's a cute little girl, and this unicorn's a cute elephant with a paper towel tube on his head. And I just think that it's so good for self-esteem. It's so great for imagination. It's $6.99, so it's great for your wallet too. The next one I want to show you, this is my son's favorite book. It is called There's a Mouse About the House. Comes with this mouse. And actually on the back, there's also a template to make another mouse in case yours goes missing. So what I really like about this book is that as you're telling the story, you travel with this mouse across here, and then he goes down this crack in the floor onto the next page. So he just keeps traveling through the book. I feel like this is great for fine motor skills. It's really cute because you can be reading the story, and if you have a younger child, they could just be following around with the mouse. There's different flaps on the pages. My son's most favorite part, he thinks it is hilarious, is this page. because when you put the mouse in, it looks like this man has a tail, and he just thinks that that is so funny. So this book is $10.99. We also have a squirrel one, which comes with a squirrel that goes around. So this is one of our phonics readers. It's called Underpants for Ants. We have quite a few more of these. It's $6.99. Really cute illustrations, pretty easy for a child to read. These are some first experience books, which makes some new things less scary. So we have going to the dentist, going to school, going to the doctor. They're all illustrated by Stephen Cartwright. And something really cool that he does is on each page, he hides a tiny little duck. So even if your child's not reading, maybe if you're in the car, look how easily this would fit in your purse, by the way. Maybe if you're in the car, you could just say, hey, why don't you go ahead and why don't you look through this and try to find the duck on each page. So I think it would keep them busy for a while. This next one is also illustrated by Stephen Cartwright, so you know that there's ducks on each page. This is called Ted and Friends, and it is easily one of my best sellers. It's really cute. My daughter loves this book. It has 12 different phonics stories in here. So I think that that's a great value. And it also has each of these stories on a CD. So as you're going along, you'll hear the CD playing. Now there's no beep after each, like when you're supposed to turn the page. And at first I wasn't quite sure if I liked that or not. But now I really do, because it means that my daughter has to follow along and read the words or just watch for the context clues. So something else cute about this book, first of all, there's our little yellow duck that I told you about, is that there's flaps that help with the story. So I just think that this is a great value. Like I said, it's 12 stories plus a CD for $19.99. I think it's great. I think it's a great value. The stories are really cute. The next one I want to show you, this is a big seller. It is called Secrets of the Apple Tree. We also have Secrets of the Seashore. And throughout the story, it'll talk about what you see. So an apple tree is green with leaves in summer. Can you see what it looks like in winter? And I'm hoping this will work with this light. So you turn the page, or you start to. Let's see. Oh, can you see it? Sorry, I need one more arm. So you can see the branches through that tree. So then when you turn to the next page, it talks about that. So as you go through, it has all kinds of those. You can either use a flashlight or hold it up to the sun. I just think it's really cute because it's kind of unexpected. So this book is $12.99. I also want to show you, we have several of these Lift the Flap books. This is a picture atlas. And so it talks about what an atlas is. This could be good for all ages of elementary students, I think, maybe even some younger middle school students. This page is pretty simple. There's not a ton of print on it, but you'll learn different things. So for example, here it says a baseball stadium. Here's a beaver. Beavers use wood to build lodges, and it shows the different parts of their lodge. So it goes through the different continents here. Here's South America, Europe, Africa, and then at the very end, there's also a map with all the flags in it, which ours is not in here because it is hanging on my child's wall. So this one, oh, I closed my fingers in there, is $15.99. Like I said, we have a couple other varieties of these. The last one I want to show you, this is one of the very first Usborne books I owned. And so it has been very well loved. You'll notice the spine's breaking here a little bit. And as I mentioned in one of the other videos, if you have a broken spine, if something's wrong with the book, and if it's within 30 days, you can get it back, you can exchange it right away. If it's years later though, Usborne will happily take it back and just charge you half price to get a new one. So that's pretty awesome. So like I said, this is our Bible book. I believe there are 13 stories in here. So here's Old Testament. So one thing that's really neat about this is it's considered a dual reader. And so that means if you have a younger child or a child with a smaller attention span, you could just read this top line of print and the story would make sense. So this is Noah and his family. Noah was a good man. Now, if you have a child who's older with a longer attention span, go ahead and read the whole thing. This is Noah and his family. Noah was a farmer who lived a long time ago. He had a wife and 3 sons. Each son had a wife. Now, in the back, there is also a CD, which again has all the stories in it. It's really easy to listen to. I love the guy's voice. Oh, I forgot to tell you, this is $24.99. So I hope that you saw something that you really like for your child. If not, please let me know. I'd be happy to give you a recommendation. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you later.